Welcome to Dreamland Tales.
Once upon a time, there was a beautiful princess named Amina. She lived in a grand golden palace surrounded by magical gardens. Princess Amina was kind, gentle, and loved by everyone. She was soon to be married to a noble prince from a distant kingdom. For her wedding, the royal seamstress created a magical bridal lehenga. The lehenga was made of golden silk, pearls, and enchanted diamonds. It shimmered like stars in the night sky. It was said that the lehenga granted beauty and grace to the wearer. Everyone in the kingdom admired the magical bridal dress. But not everyone was happy for the princess. Her two elder sisters were very jealous of her. They were angry that Amina was getting all the attention. The sisters always dreamed of becoming queens themselves. They secretly plotted against Princess Amina. One night, they entered her royal dressing chamber. The magical lehenga was hanging on a golden stand. It glowed softly in the moonlight. The elder sister whispered, "We must ruin it." The younger sister nodded with jealousy in her eyes. They brought a dark magical powder from a forbidden box. They sprinkled it over the lehenga. Suddenly, the lehenga stopped glowing. A dark shadow covered its beauty. The sisters smiled wickedly and left. The next morning, Princess Amina came to see her dress. She gasped in shock. The beautiful lehenga had turned dull and broken. Tears filled her eyes. The entire palace was worried. The royal tailor could not understand what happened. The magic of the lehenga was fading. The wedding date was near. The prince was arriving soon. Princess Amina felt heartbroken. She prayed for a miracle. Suddenly, an old fairy appeared in the palace. She said she knew the truth about the dark magic. The fairy touched the lehenga gently. She sensed jealousy had destroyed its magic. The fairy said only true love and kindness could restore it. Princess Amina closed her eyes and prayed. She remembered all the good she had done. Her pure heart started glowing. A soft light spread through the room. The lehenga began to shine again. Slowly, its colors returned. The diamonds sparkled brighter than before. The sisters watched in fear. Their plan was failing. The fairy looked at the jealous sisters. She warned them about the power of envy. But the sisters did not listen. They ran away from the palace. Princess Amina forgave them silently. She believed in kindness over revenge. The wedding day finally arrived. The kingdom was filled with joy. The magical lehenga was perfect again. Princess Amina looked like a heavenly queen. She walked gracefully toward the royal stage. The prince was amazed by her beauty. He smiled with love and respect. The wedding ceremony began. Flowers floated in the air magically. Birds sang sweet melodies. The palace was glowing with golden light. The sisters secretly watched from far away. They felt regret for their actions. Princess Amina forgave them publicly. Everyone was shocked by her kindness. The fairy blessed the couple. She said love had defeated jealousy. The wedding vows were spoken. The kingdom cheered loudly. The magical lehenga sparkled forever. It became a symbol of purity and love. Princess Amina became the future queen. She ruled with kindness and wisdom. The sisters slowly changed their hearts. They learned from their mistake. The kingdom became more peaceful. Happiness spread everywhere. The magical lehenga was preserved in the royal museum. People came to see it from far lands. It reminded everyone of love's power. Princess Amina often visited her sisters. She taught them forgiveness. The prince supported her in every decision. Their love grew stronger each day. The fairy watched over the kingdom. She ensured no dark magic returned. The palace gardens bloomed forever. Golden butterflies flew around daily. The story of the magical lehenga spread everywhere. It became a legend in all kingdoms. Children listened to it at bedtime. The moral was always kindness wins. Jealousy only destroys happiness. Love heals everything broken. Princess Amina lived happily ever after. The prince and princess ruled wisely. Their kingdom became the richest in harmony. Festivals were held every month. The magical Lehenga was never forgotten. It remained glowing in history. The sisters became humble and kind. They helped the poor people. The fairy sometimes visited in disguise. She smiled at their transformation. Peace stayed in the kingdom for centuries. The palace became a symbol of hope. Travelers told stories about it. The magical dress was a treasure. No one dared to misuse magic again. The queen taught compassion to all. The king supported justice and truth. The kingdom flourished beautifully. Even nature blessed the land. Rivers sparkled like diamonds. Mountains stood proudly around the kingdom. The skies always looked golden at sunset. The people lived without fear. The fairy's blessing remained forever. The Lehenga's magic became eternal. It symbolized pure heart energy. Princess Amina never forgot her journey. She remained humble despite her power. The story inspired future generations. Kings and queens learned from it. Jealousy was seen as a curse. Love was seen as true strength. The palace library preserved the story. Books were written about it. Artists painted the magical Lehenga. Songs were sung in its praise. The kingdom became legendary. Peace and love ruled forever. Princess Amina's smile was unforgettable. The prince always stood by her side. Their bond was unbreakable. The sisters became wise advisors. They helped protect the kingdom. The fairy finally disappeared peacefully. Her mission was complete. The magical Lehenga shined in the museum. It still glowed softly at night. Guards protected it day and night. No darkness ever touched it again. The kingdom remained safe and blessed. The story continued for generations. Children dreamed of the princess. The legend brought hope to all. Even enemies respected the kingdom. No war ever reached the land. Happiness filled every home. The royal family became beloved forever. The magical Lehenga was a miracle. It changed hearts and lives. Princess Amina's story became eternal. Love conquered all darkness. Kindness healed all wounds. The sisters' jealousy turned into wisdom. The kingdom stayed united. The prince and princess ruled with grace. The fairy's magic lived on. The Lehenga remained a sacred treasure. Time passed peacefully. The legend never faded. It was told across worlds. Every listener felt inspired. The moral stayed strong forever. Jealousy destroys, love builds. Kindness wins every battle. The magical Lehenga story ended in joy. But its memory lived forever. The kingdom became a fairy tale land. Visitors called it magical paradise. Princess Amina became a symbol of purity. Her heart remained golden. The story reached distant kingdoms. Even stars seemed to shine brighter. The universe blessed her story. The Lehenga sparkled in dreams. Love remained the ultimate power. The kingdom never knew sorrow again. Peace became eternal. The story was written in gold books. Generations honored it. The magical Lehenga was legendary forever. Princess Amina's kindness changed destiny. The fairy smiled in the heavens. The sisters found redemption. The kingdom stood strong. Love ruled all hearts. Magic lived in every corner. The story became immortal. Happiness never ended. The royal love story lived on. And they all lived happily ever after. The end.
Do you want the next story? Tell me in comments.